Now, if you have ever made a big purchase, like a car, of course, and that is a huge purchase, and then you found out it was defective, well, you know how
that's
frustrating
so
that can be, and you just want to know what your rights are in a situation like that.
That's right. In this week's Ask the Lawyer segment, we have Kurt Delsack. He's joining us to answer your questions live. And our first caller is Mickey, and actually she's owned her car for 7 months, right, Mickey? And you've already put in like $1,500 in repairs. Is that a lemon? How do you define lemon?
Well, you say she's owned her car. Was it a new car or a used car that she bought?
It was
Mickey,
a
why
used
don't you
car.
give us some details?
It was a used car.
Is Mickey there?
Yes.
Mickey's gone.
No, I'm here.
All right. We're not hearing Mickey right now. But
Hello.
again, let's talk about how you define a
Oh,
lemon.
Mickey is there. Mickey, tell us the details of your particular situation.
I went and I purchased the 1996
No, we're
Dodge
still unable to hear
Intrepid.
her here in the studio.
Okay.
Well, let me explain to you the difference. The statute for the lemon laws only really covered initially new cars that were purchased when they were brand new. However, the courts have defined it so that if you buy a used car, which has some part of a new car warranty remaining, then it will still be covered under the lemon laws. So typically, new cars are sold with new car warranty of 36 months or 36,000 miles, whichever comes first. So if you buy a used car, which is less than 3 years old and has less than 36,000 miles on it, then likely it would be covered under the lemon laws.
Wow.
Okay. All right. We have a call from Tracy right now. Tracy, can you tell us the details of your particular situation?
Yes, I have my car, and I bought it brand new. I've had it for 3 years.
I know that they're there, but again, let's talk more about, how you can protect yourself then. You know what a lemon is, but how do you protect
Well,
yourself?
it's important to figure out what a lemon is. A lemon basically is a car that comes out of a manufacturing plant with some kind of a manufacturing defect. And the manufacturer has to be given a reasonable number of opportunities to repair the defect. What reasonable is varies depending upon the situation. Typically, there's a presumption that if you've brought the car in to have it fixed 4 times for the same kind of manufacturing defect, or essentially the same kind, then that's presumed to be a lemon. But it could be as few as 2, or it could be as many as 6. It depends upon what is determined as reasonable. For example, if it's something that's purely cosmetic, then it would be unlikely to be considered a lemon. But if it's something which is significant, like pertaining to the engine or the chassis or suspension, then more likely it would be considered a lemon.
What about used cars, and how tricky is that?
Used cars are very tricky for the reason that, as I said, if it's a used car, it has to have some part of the new car warranty remaining on it when the purchaser buys it for it to be covered under the lemon laws.
Because a lot of times with used cars, you'll see you're purchasing it as is or a 30-day warranty.
Right.
That's right. And the as-is provision, the used cars are not then covered, assuming that the used car is not covered under the lemon law, that it's older than 3 years, whatever the case may be, the dealer still has the one who sells the car still has a responsibility to make sure that there's no major defects to it. But again, that's a different aspect of the law. That is not the lemon law.
All right, now we have another caller. Are we going to try this one now? Okay, who do we have next? Who's on the line right now? Is this Renee?
Yes, it
What is your problem? Why don't you tell Kurt Delsack with Ask the Lawyers?
Well, my daughter purchased the car, and on the way home, the clutch went out. They towed it back to the driver, rather to the dealer. They repaired it. Within 2.5 weeks, the entire electrical system had gone out. It's been sitting in my driveway for 2 months.
What's her recourse then?
Well, the first question is, did you buy the car new or used?
It is a 96 Volkswagen Jetta.
Okay, now that falls into a gray area because 96, now it's a Jetta, VW. As I recall, VW's guarantee or new car warranty is 24 months, 24,000 miles. So likely that car would not be covered under the lemon laws.
Wow.
Would there be any recourse whatsoever?
There may be recourse, but the recourse would be different. You could always sue for breach of warranty. Exactly, so under a different law. Yeah,
So you're
but
not
it would
stuck. All right, we have
Well,
another
no.
call?
People can always sue, and they do.
Right. Fabian, and you are the next caller. What's your question for Kurt Delsack?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead, Fabian.
Yeah.
Your question?
Fabian, go ahead.
I just bought a car 3 days ago. It's a 1991 Honda Accord, and I just brought to find out that the engine is bad.
Same answer. It's a used car. It's a 91. It's 9 or 10 years old. It wouldn't be covered under the lemon laws because the lemon laws only pertain to manufacturing defects. When a car is that old, it's long gone past the point where it would have been a manufacturing defect. There's a lot of wear and tear on a car like that.
He can take legal recourse.
He can take some legal, and you know, one of the things that people can do in a situation like that is you can go to small claims court. Small claims court will allow you to sue one time a year for up to $5,000 in the California Small Claims Court. It only costs about $18 to file a complaint and to have it served.
So it's not prohibitively expensive?
No, not at all, and you can be in small claims court typically within 3 weeks to 30 days. You present your case to the judge, have your facts and your evidence, and see what you can get back.
But again, to recap, lemon is pertaining to new cars.
The statute originally, yes, it's manufacturing defects. However, used cars would be covered if they have some part of the new car warranty remaining at the time that the purchaser buys the car.
A newer used car.
Yes, a very new used car,
Okay.
exactly so.
Thanks, Kurt Delsack, for joining us.
My pleasure.
He is with Ask the Lawyers, and
He's
he's
a
come to
consumer
us
law
from Newport
specialist.
Beach. Yes.
Really appreciate your being here and sharing your insights.
Fine. If people have any questions, they can call us on 888-X-LEMON, E-X-L-E-M-O-N.
That's good to know. 888-X-LEMON,
X-LEMON.
E-X-L-E-M-O-N.
Exactly so.
L-E-M-O-N. Okay,
Okay,
great.
very good.
Kurt, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Really appreciate it.